Hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing some coconut milk from a real brown coconut. There are not a lot of great videos out there on how to do it in a modern kitchen, so I'm going to go ahead and show you, and we'll end up with some of the best coconut milk you've ever had. Here we go. Okay, so these are my tools, or my one tool. I use a meat cleaver, and I use the back part of the blade here. It's kind of a heavy knife. Really, any object that you can use to strike the coconut in a rhythmic motion, you're going to get the best results with. This is just my tool of choice. You can leave the guard on the blade if you want. Usually these come with a guard. Up to you. So here we go. I want to strike it in kind of just a rhythmic motion so I don't hurt myself. Staying in rhythm kind of keeps me from, hitting my hand or whatever. So another point, you want to kind of work your way around the whole exterior of the coconut, because there's an interior sort of meat under the shell here, and you want to separate the outer shell from the inner meat. So you're just kind of giving it good taps all around, and eventually this outer shell is going to start cracking up, and we'll just kind of see how that works. So let's go. Another point, you want to be careful when the shell starts to crack not to put your fingers on it, because when you hit it and your finger's on a crack, it might pinch you a little bit. Not the end of the world, but it kind of stings a little. So we're starting to see some of the shell pop off already. We're getting some of that coconut water to drain out. You want to go ahead, I think that's pretty much all the water drained out, so it's not going to keep splashing everywhere. Yeah. That's what you want, is the shell to pop off without having to pry the meat out. That makes it a lot easier. Sometimes the shells just are stubborn and they want to stick on the meat, which is okay. I'll show you another technique for how to get it off. Like, for example, this piece. I'll show you how to get that out in just a minute. Yep. There's the oven. Doing another project simultaneously here. Okay, this is our coconut meat, really. It's fresh, beautiful meat. You want to look for any signs of mold on the meat here. If it's black and kind of blue and white and gray and just nasty colors, then that means it's a rotten coconut, and it's going to give you the runs if you try to eat it in its raw state. So stay away from coconuts that look like that. Okay. So for taking out the meat that's still in the shell, you want to get a good sturdy knife. This is my sturdy knife I use. It's got a blade all the way down. It's a high quality paring knife. I do the blade facing away, and you want to just kind of pry it in between the meat and the shell, and it comes out relatively easily. You got to be careful not to stick yourself here, because either the shell will break or the knife's going to slip, and I have poked myself a time or two. You just got to try to be careful. I think that's part of kitchen life, though, is you're going to get hurt sometimes. It's just the name of the game. So what are you going to do? That one was already pretty much done. Okay. Now that we have it, we have coconut water, coconut meat, and the next step is to throw it in a VitaMix Blender or high power blender and blend it up. Then we'll strain it. So I'll show you that next. Okay, we've got the blender ready. Now we're going to drop in our coconut pieces. Call it the meat. with our coconut water. Then you really want to add some extra water. Usually about 80% of the way to the top. I'll go. It ends up being about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of water. So I'm going to stick our lid on. And here we go. And sometimes you need the tamper wand just to hit those bigger pieces down. If you want to avoid doing this, you can just cut the coconut meat up into smaller pieces before putting it in the blender. And you can kind of hear when the blender's motor is wanting to quit out on you. That means it's probably time to turn the RPMs down. And this looks like it's already pretty much ground up enough, so we're just going to rock with that. Next thing is to strain the milk, and I'll show you that next. Okay, so this is just your standard variety nut milk bag. It has the drawstring on top. So what you do is put whatever you want to strain into this bag, and then you're going to pull the drawstring and just squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. So that's what we're going to do with our coconut meat and milk here. So we're just going to put it in a bowl so the liquid can drip into there. And we're going to shake this VitaMix container just to get all the meat that's stuck in there out. Alright, that's most of it. As you can see. And we pull it shut. I like to twist it at the top. And it's just going to drip out. So, we're going to take our coconut milk. Just really beautiful, thick, sweet, creamy. I'm going to pour it in here. So, as a general rule, let's say you'll end up with about 2 cups of coconut milk per coconut that you treat this way. There we have it. It's just beautiful, excellent coconut milk. Easy as pie. Okay, so it's been a couple hours and the milk has been setting. And I want to show you what it looks like now that it's separated. So there on the top is the pretty much coconut oil. You can use that for frying up any kind of meat, or use it in place of olive oil, butter, or what have you, and when you're doing some type of stir fry or getting a meal ready. And it's really, really excellent stuff. Otherwise, use it in a smoothie, eat it in its raw state, and it's all that much better for you. So, cheers, enjoy it. Hope that you are able to do that at home all by yourself, and you'll get the hang of it just like I did.